Hi there, and thanks for joining us. I'm Tony Bernhardt Jr. I've got to say right off the bat, this is one of the most exciting projects I've ever been a part of. On December 7th, Tencent Games announced a new brand, a brand dedicated to bringing high-quality games to a global audience. And as you're about to see, they've already got a really strong lineup. So strap yourself in as we kick things off, because this is Level Infinite. All right, so let's start with the high-level stuff. Level Infinite is a brand just launched by Tencent Games with a focus on delivering high-quality games to a global audience. And the games are available on a multitude of platforms, from PC and consoles to mobile.
We can add value to our studios as well, in terms of our scale, our capabilities, what we have learned in the industry over 2 decades now. We can bring some of that expertise back into our development studios.
So that's the why of the new brand. Chief Technology Officer Shen explains what Level Infinite is bringing to the table for developers beyond a new name, the what behind the brand.
For Level Infinite, we are going to provide the studios the support they need to ensure their title can achieve a greater success.
And one of the most highly anticipated games is Dune Spice Wars from Funcom. So what is your relationship like with the IP owner, Legendary Entertainment? How are they to work with?
And Legendary has been super good to us, right? As part of this, they've taken us very seriously in that, you guys are making a Dune game. You should understand what we're working on as well. So we got to visit sets, of course, the costume department, the props department. They showed us all of these cool little gadgets. When we signed the Dune agreement, Dune was still this sort of dormant IP. But what's happening now is that Dune is everywhere.
Funcom garnered a lot of press, of course, after you all became part of the Tencent family last year. How has the support been from Tencent, beyond, obviously, the financial?
Yeah, exactly. No, that's the thing, right? It's not just the financial backing, right? It's also just the fact that we now have access to this amazing talent pool that is at Tencent, right? All of these fantastic people who are, top of the industry, right? That we can talk to, and we can get input from them, and we can ask for help, and it's support across the board.
And in one of the most candid interviews I did, I spoke to the folks over at Shark Mob. All right, tell me the decision behind going full early access. There is some risk involved, right? It's pretty gutsy.
Risking to go into early access has opened up for a lot of things that I don't think we would have seen with just doing some testing here and there. I think we really needed this period to understand priorities and what people are really expecting, what is not working in the long run, in retention and stuff like that, what we need to improve. It's all feedback from the community. So I think that's a good part. It's kind of like, you asked for this, so now we're going to take care of it.
So what's it like being compared to a blockbuster franchise like Call of Duty?
We have something that they don't have. There are several things that our game offers from the get-go, where you don't need to sell it. You just need people to try it out immediately, and you will feel the difference.
We're really seeing this new brand find its identity with each new game that's announced. We asked Chief Strategy Officer for Tencent Games Global, Eddie Chan, what exactly will make a particular game a Level Infinite game, and how the brand will set itself apart from other publishers.
It's really about pushing the boundaries and doing something in games that no one else has. That would be the aspiration.
So I've been interviewing studios all over the world, and I'm fortunate enough today to sit down with Simon Viklund from 10 Chambers. You guys started in 2019. Kind of walk me through that journey.
Yeah, we released our game GTFO into early access in December 2019. And we weren't sure there was an audience for a game that, sort of hardcore and extreme.
With the success that you all have had, how do you kind of walk that fine line between the hardcore gamers, which is your core audience, and branching out without selling out, really?
Yeah, it's a conscious design decision now for the 1.0 launch to make it a little bit more accessible.
All right, Simon, so I read this crazy stat that 80% of players never even clear the game's first level.
I think it's higher. I'm not sure, but it sounds low.
Steve, tell me what you think about the new brand, Level Infinite.
I'm really excited because it's something that I think is massively important for the future, for our growth. I know for my studio, we've got an amazing title that's going to be coming out in the future, and making sure right now we can establish a brand like this I think it's huge, and I think it speaks massively to the ambition that we have publishing in places like the US, publishing in Europe, and the massive things that we want to do with Tencent. I'm super excited about it.
And of course, we got to sit down with the folks over at Fatshark. All right, so we're sitting down now with Fatshark CEO, Martin Wahlund. Martin, you were there from the very beginning. Tell me what that was like.
Yeah, we were a really small crew. We thought, like, how hard can it be to make a game? Like, if we love playing games, so we felt like, that's way more fun. So let's start doing that.
If I'm picking up this game for the very first time, do I need to know anything to jump right in?
We have put a lot of effort into sort of like welcome new players. I think that's super important.
Ultimately, Level Infinite is partnering with a broad mix of studios, including internal first-party, second-party, and external third-party game developers. And it sounds like the quality of the game will be the real driving force behind who they end up working with.
We want our studios to follow their passion. We want them to build the games that they are passionate about, they want to make, they want to see brought to the world.
I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. And for all things LI, head over to levelinfinite.com.